Hey everyone, Shack Redemption here to hopefully get the Pacers back on the right track after getting beat in the first round of the playoffs, unfortunately in the 95 playoffs. After 8 straight championships, 9 straight finals, the streak was ended by the Charlotte Hornets, so I'm hoping to get revenge on them every single game we play them this year. The Pistons ended up winning it with a pretty cool looking team. It was Kidd, Petrovic, Mashburn, Rodman, and Horace Grant. So cool little starting. Lots of defense in there. Some scoring. Good facilitator with rookie Jason Kidd. But we're out for revenge here in the 95-96 season. The biggest change to the team being Reggie Miller is gone. Drafted by the Vancouver Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So Gary Payton finally moves into the starting lineup. The only other change is Kevin Garnett got drafted, the number 1 pick. So I'm going to start out 10-man. I'll probably shift to 9-man pretty quickly, but I want to give Eddie Jones a chance to play a little bit. He got some PT last year, 21 games, so try to see what he can do. Not many minutes, but at least he's getting on the court. Grant Hill's getting lots more minutes than he had last year as a rookie. He only played 16. Yeah, we're trying to keep the Empire, rebuild the Empire here. Didn't really rebuild too much, I guess, but we'll see how things go. I did also, just as the first year since I started winning championships, that we have a new coach. So Billy Cunningham's the coach. New playbook is what that means too. We have I think it said 86ers playbook. Is that right? I didn't change it, so it's what he came with. So I'm hoping that maybe Shaq can play the role of Moses Malone. We'll see how that works out. And I also switched my, what's it called? System proficiency to defense. I've been balanced pretty much this entire time, I think. But seeing how I've got Pippen, Peyton, and Stockton all in the starting lineup, and actually Shaq likes defense more than balance too, so we're going defense. Kellogg's not so good of a fit for it, but he's also only playing 24 minutes. I was super close to starting Kemp over Kellogg for this year, but we're gonna let Clark see how he does. Again, I like Clark better with Shaq just because he stretches the floor more than Kemp does. But we'll see how it goes. So there's the lineup to start things out. The minutes, of course, those will change as we simulate through. I made a couple updates to the 96 draft class, so this absolutely loaded draft class, and the Pacers have lots and lots of first-round picks. Thanks to the last 12 seasons, we've accumulated a lot of first-round picks that we keep kind of delaying and picking up more in the future, and 96 is a jackpot, so we'll see how many we get in the lottery. There's so many good players here. I don't know how many I can really fit on this team, but hey, if I get beat in the first round of the playoffs again, I might just start over with a bunch of rookies. Who knows? That'd actually be kind of cool now that I say that out loud, to have a whole team of like 96 draft picks and see how they do together. All right, well, there's a thought, depending on how we go. Yeah, there's lots of picks. Here, let me show you future draft picks. It's almost like this whole screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 10 first-round picks. 2 of them are top 3 protected. So the Suns, who are terrible, and the Cavs, I don't know how good they are. So the Suns pick might not be mine until 97, but still 10 chances at a Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, all those guys. And then we've got a lot in 97. Yeah, it's definitely unrealistic, but I didn't cheat. I mean, I just did trades that the computer was willing to do. I didn't force anything. So it's kind of like in 92 when I was on the hunt for Shaq. I think I had 8 or 9 first-round picks, and I ended up using three of them to trade up for the first pick. So We'll see if I have to do that in 96 to get someone good. I think we're ready to go. I don't think there's anything else I want to show you at this point. I think let's just get to it. Hopefully we got 3 home games to kick things off, including a revenge game on Halloween against the Hornets. Again, they beat me in the playoffs last year, so let's see if we can get revenge. We already have a trade offer. Alonzo Mourning, who is on the trade block, by the way. I actually tried to trade him in the off season. Didn't really see anything I liked, so he is stuck as Shaq's backup right now. Yeah, Oh, wow. 2 just ginormous victories against the Spurs and Celtics. That's a 51-point win over the Spurs. Gary Payton loves being a starter, it looks like here in game 1. Scottie Pippen is loving life as well. Shaq with a huge game. Only missed 1 free throw. Grant Hill, big game off the bench. Stockton doesn't need to score that much, but he can every once in a while. Okay, Garnett's debut left something to be desired. He didn't score, so we're going to wait for him to get his first points, I guess, hopefully in the next game. This is also the team that lost in the finals, the Spurs, so I don't think... Yeah, they really just have these 3 guys, not much more going for them, but I also don't think they had much more than that last year, so whatever. 38-point win over the Celtics. Ooh, Shaquille, 32 and 15. Grant Hill with 27 off the bench. 25 for Pippen. Gary Payton again with a great game. Stockton only 4 in that one, but get those assists. Garnett gets his first 4 points of his career right there. Good stuff. On the Celtics, they don't have much. They lost Olajuwon. He's on the Nets now, who lost David Robinson. The Nets didn't get Robinson back, but they got Olajuwon and Mutombo, I think, if I remember correctly. But this team looks pretty terrible. Hopefully that's one of the 10 picks I have. And the Cavs, hopefully aren't good either. Well, we were looking for revenge on the Hornets. I think it happened. A 56-point win will do it. Grant Hill is just a scoring machine. He's looking to get 6th man of the year. After Garrett Payton got it the last 3 years, we had 4 guys with 20 plus. We shot a ridiculous percentage. That's almost 70%, I think, total. Mourning 1 for 5. That's why he's on the trade block, is because for whatever reason he can't shoot a good percentage as a center, which is super frustrating. I also had 30 assists between 2 guys. That's cool. And 21 steals might be the most I've ever seen a team get on here. The Hornets did improve. They got Magic Johnson after spending his whole career in LA. He's winding down here with Charlotte. Shooting under 40% so far. Not great. I did shoot almost 70%, 69. Holy moly, I didn't even see that game. That's 63 points. I more than doubled them. I will go ahead and guarantee I'm not going to go back and watch the first 12 seasons that I've simulated, but I'm quite positive I've never doubled a team in score. Doc Rivers led their team. Vlade Divac is on this team. He's been places since being drafted by the Pacers. We held Allen Houston to 2 points. He fouled out in 15 minutes. We got Shaq with 30 and 11. He has been at the top almost every game. Gary Payton's getting lots of assists. I thought his assists would settle down since he's playing or starting shooting guard, but whatever. We got 51 assists on 53 field goals. I don't think that's very realistic. There were only 2 times that the shot was not assisted, meaning nobody's doing any isolation, I guess, whatsoever. So then they made it closer. So that was on the road. The home game we only won by 20, which 20 is fine. Shaq has got the scoring. He's down there. He's second in scoring behind Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, almost 30 points a game. Ewing's third. McDyess as a rookie is fourth. Oh my gosh. Try not to get distracted by all that down there. Eddie Jones 0 for 3. So if Eddie's not going to do well, we'll let like maybe 10 games go by before we give those minutes to Garnett if Eddie's not doing much with them. Seems like Gary Payton's getting lots of assists, averaging possibly as many as Stockton. Sharon Wright is averaging 17 points a game. He got 26 against me. Not sure why. Let's see if we can win our first. This is our first back-to-back of the year against our first game ever against the expansion Raptors. We beat them. Lowest win so far is here by 7 over the Lakers. They're only 2-6. Again, they lost Magic Johnson, but they do have Patrick Ewing for the second year. I mean, the multi-time champion with the Pacers. Almost every season he was a Pacer. He won a finals. Then we traded him for Scottie Pippen a few years ago because we had Shaquille O'Neal on the team. But he's averaging 25 points a game. They still have Kendall Gill. Otherwise, not much going on with them. Shaq and Pippen leading the way. 7 for 19 is not great. There we go. Stockton, 15 assists. Peyton, I'd rather be around maybe 8. Be fine with Pippen and Hill stepping it up in the assist department. 1 for 6 for Grant. And the first game ever against the Raptors, we beat them by 32 at home. Scottie Pippen goes off for 37. I'm going to go ahead and see. He's averaging 24. I'm going to go and see where that falls. It's 4 away from a career high. That also says Reggie Miller has the highest scoring game of the year at 41. Well, he is on the expansion Grizzlies, and I don't know that they have much more scoring. But I think they have Antonio McDyess. So the fact that he was 4th in scoring down there in the ticker and Reggie Miller scored 41, that's kind of scary. Grant Hill's at 2. So he's been down at the bottom now here for a few games. Shaq's lowest scoring game of the season so far at 18. Here's the Raptors. They've got B.J. Armstrong as one of their top expansion picks. Might have been their first one. And Rashid was their first-round pick. He's not shooting well, but 14-9. Not a very competitive team, I would say. What was their record? They are 5-5 somehow. And then we beat the Suns by 30. They're 2-8. We do have their draft pick, but it's top 3 protected. Shaq and GP with 30 points. Shaq with 37 and 20. He missed 2 shots the whole game. That is beautiful. Pippen 27 and 7. I'm liking this stuff. On the Suns, they drafted Jerry Stackhouse with the 2nd pick. He's averaging almost 20 points per game. Otherwise, not much going on for the Suns. All right, let's get through these games. Actually, we'll just go through November, and then we'll see if we want to change the minutes a little bit. 22-point win over the Bucks. Purvis Ellison leads the team with 14. He's been a Buck for life so far. Is that Clifford? Yeah, Clifford Robinson finally switched teams from the Suns to the Bucks. He was the best guy on the Suns for the last few years. That's why he was averaging 20 points per game. Pippen with another 30-point game. Scottie Pippen is scoring a lot more this year than he did last year. I'm not sure why, but I'm not going to complain as long as Shaq's still getting his points, which he is. Peyton with 13 and 10. Kemp was 3 for 10. That's not what we're looking for from him. Haven't seen Garnett with any breakout games so far. The 2-9 Celtics now. Tracy Murray, who, I think he set the record for 3-pointers made last year. Is that right? 212, just a ridiculous amount of threes. He's shooting almost 50% this year. Shaq with another 20-plus game, only 7 rebounds. Peyton had 9. Gary Payton led my team in rebounds. Special K, 9, 8, and 7. It's like a Draymond Green type game there. The triple single. Morning with the triple ones. Oh boy. We are definitely going to be heavy on the trade finder. There's a 47-point win over the Jazz. We will be hitting the trade finder hard with Alonzo Mourning as we approach the deadline. Peyton, Pippen, and Shaq all with 20s. I don't know if this is happening because I changed to defensive instead of balanced. I mean, the big difference is Gary Payton's starting. Grant Hill's more or less taking Reggie's minutes in a way from last year, and Garnett and Jones are kind of splitting what Hill was playing last year. So it's not a huge change. Peyton is playing a lot more minutes too, I guess. He went from 30, 31 as a backup to now 35, 36. Chris Webber in his third year, doing amazing. First game against the Grizzlies. Oh, gotta love that. I hope Reggie scored 40 on us. They steal Reggie from me in the expansion draft. They are 7-6. They held Shaq to 7 points. Why in the world is he only shooting 4 shots in 33 minutes? I'm going to have to see who their center is. Gary Payton was just atrocious, 4 for 17. Rough game here for the Pacers. Meanwhile, Antonio McDyess gets 24. Reggie only made 1 3 but had 22, couple steals, couple blocks. Their center appears to be Eric Montross, so that's who is shutting down Shaq. A second-year Eric Montross. Please no. Oh, boy. I don't know what that's about, but then we lose the second one of the back-to-back as well. So that was a home game against the Grizzlies. This was away. The Sixers are 10-5. They've got Penny Hardaway, who's not very good overall-wise, but doing well stat-wise. 23 against me. They've got Terrell Brandon, who's now in the 80s. Glenn Rice, who's in the mid-80s, not scoring as many as last year for some reason. I guess because Penny and Brandon are shooting. I traded them Sprewell as well when I gave them Rice. He's cutting his minutes in half. So Shaq did score in this one. We again didn't shoot very well, though. 6 for 14, 7 for 18, 4 for 13. Couple 0 for 5s down here. That might put it in stone that Eddie Jones needs to be benched. Probably should have done it after that game. But then we come back and beat the 4-11 Mavericks. Shaq. Everybody had 7 rebounds up here. We got a triple-double and 6 steals. I wonder how many of those games there have been in history. Triple-double plus 6 steals. Eddie Jones is being quite awful. Forgot that the Mavericks got Clyde Drexler after spending 12 years in Portland to go with the lifer Maverick Mark Price, who's averaging more points than ever. Now that they have a scorer on their team, that doesn't make a lot of sense. I think I am going to go ahead, well, we'll look at some stats, but go ahead and take Eddie Jones out more than likely. Stockton shooting well, just not from 3. Gary Payton's doing amazing and actually shooting, well, about the normal 3-point percentage. Pippen's got a career high. Yes, it is. A career high in scoring so far. Rebounding's pretty close. Steals are also a career high. And he's shooting almost 60% and a career high in threes. So, way to go, Scotty. Special K here. Ooh, single-digit points. Shooting percentage is rough. Threes are rough. He's not super happy. He was mad last year. I was hoping that him going down 1 overall might make him happier with not playing as much and not scoring as much. Shaq shooting 67%, 25 and 11. I like to see the scoring go up. He's also going to be a restricted free agent after this. His rookie contract's up. We will be matching whatever comes his way, that's for sure. Grant Hill, that looks nice. Let's see, per 36, 19, 4, and 6. Shooting a nice percentage. Sean Kemp, 8 and 8, so his scoring's dipped a little bit. Probably because Hill's shooting more. Mourning, terrible percentage. Can't trade him fast enough. Garnett, okay, that's in his limited time. Meanwhile, Eddie Jones is shooting 25%, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. I actually know before I went live, I had just given Eddie Jones those minutes, so I know exactly what I need to fix. I made Hill the shooting guard, and that's how Garnett got those minutes. So let's save that, and we'll go to a 9-man rotation. And I want to see if Shaq says he's rested, so he should be fine. Is anybody like super mad? Pippen's only 50. Why? You're scoring more than you ever have. I guess it could be down because we just lost 2 games this week. I'm hoping that's why. Really, not anybody was super happy. Alright, let's get through here and then we'll see the awards for the first month of the year. And then we might try to trade him. Lamond and a first. Hey, we could get an 11th 96 first round pick. How about that? Fortunately, the Sixers are one of the teams that beat me and they're really good, so probably not. There's a 98 and Nick Anderson. Nick Anderson would wait to play over the minutes we just took away from Eddie Jones. Kemp would slide up to, oh no, I thought for some reason I was thinking it was for Mourning. I probably could trade Mourning, make this work too. Kemp could become backup center. For now, no thanks. Jalen Rose is back. I think he is going to be active. And pretty soon we're going to put him in front of Jones. We might let Jalen play those minutes that Eddie was struggling with, but we'll wait. There's a couple wins. Coleman and a first for Kemp. Kemp, I think, has a year left, but also a player option. No, it's this year plus player option, I'm pretty sure. So we'll see if he's going to continue with the team. He's probably going to take a starting job from Kellogg next year, if not this year. What was their record? 8 and 10. Shaq with another big game. 6 steals for Peyton. 4 for 16 shooting. That's rough. Garnett with his extended minutes gets 3 points and 3 blocks. Damon Stoudemire, the 6th pick, averaging 17 and 6. They don't have like anything else. I don't remember where Charles Barkley went. If he's not on the Bullets anymore. Or maybe he's hurt. I don't know. Beat the Warriors by 5. Abdul-Rauf still averaging an ungodly amount of points. Danny Manning's scoring more, though, too. Shaq, 10 for 14 is good. Pippen, 8 for 19 is not. Grant Hill didn't miss a shot. Hopefully Kellogg can have some good shooting games here soon to up his percentage. The Knicks, who are almost never good, beat them by 26. Rodney Rogers leading the team. Like to see Shaq at the top. He only missed 1 shot in that one. Waiting for Garnett. I don't know if Garnett's even scored in double figures yet. Has he? He does. He scored 10 points. That also says Allen Houston scored 44 in a game. So just former Pacers, I guess, are just getting 40-point games this year. 32-point win over the T-Wolves. Shaq with 28 and 8. Stockton with lots of assists again. Anthony Mason leads their team with 15 points. Rick Smith's fouled out. He's not scoring quite as much. One of the best centers in the league overall wise. All right, let's go see the transactions first. Anything happen? Looks like no. Any big injuries? Barkley is hurt. He broke his leg. So after having his best year scoring-wise last year, and he was on pace to do it again, now he's probably going to come back and be not what he once was. Will Purdue is out for a season with a concussion. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I'm trying to think how often I've even seen concussion as an injury. Huh. Okay. Well, it's cool that you can be 13 years in and see something new. We got 3 different Pacers getting 4 different Player of the Week in 6 total weeks. That's kind of cool. Pretty cool people on the Western Conference side as well. Shaq and Reggie Miller got it. And then Barkley, before he broke his leg, I guess, was tearing it up in November. Patrick Ewing. We got Stoudemire, Stackhouse, Wallace, and McDyess. Unfortunately, Garnett's probably never going to get that unless I have some terrible injury that makes him play a lot. Let's see, anybody willing to re-sign? Yes, Pippen will. I'm hesitant to do this, one, because it says a 4-year deal and I can't change that. That's the only way he's signing. And he's 30 years old, and I've got Grant Hill, who's the same overall as him. So I think I'd rather just wait to see what I want to do after this season. Might depend on if I get eliminated in the first round of the playoffs again. Kemp, who has a player option, so 4.36 next year. This would be a 3-year, so that would take him till he's 30. The question with him is, yes, he can start over Kellogg soon, if not now, if Kellogg still struggles with his shot. But then what about Garnett? Garnett's technically my small forward right now. Backup small forward, I mean. So if Pippen goes, it could be Hill and Garnett. I don't know. I have a whole nother year to decide this, so maybe I just wait. I'll just probably do his player option and then figure out next year. Let's see. Is this... All right. So the Pacers are not up at the top. They had the first 3, I think, to start based on the power rankings to start the year. But now we're 4th, 6th, and 9th as the top. That does say Kobe Bryant's potentially going 4th, so that'd be cool to have. That one has him 3rd. Standings here to start the season. The Magic are almost just as good as me. Okay, who's on the Magic? D. Brown, Jeff Grayer, Dominique. This does not look like a very good team. Why are they so good? Dominique's on his way down. He's 35 years old, but averaging most points in like 6 years. Okay. All right, I am going to go ahead. Let's see, Kellogg. Percentage actually went down, I think. Let's see what I can get for Morning. Kind of tired of his 43%. Per 36, I mean, his points, rebounds, and blocks are not too bad. And he's only playing 10 minutes, but I kind of would rather get something for him now before I have to either pay him lots or let him go for nothing. So let's see, Dennis Scott in a second. The fact that they're giving me people with seconds, I'm guessing that's because it's a 1-year deal left. But they'd have his rights to match anything, so that should matter. This is one that in the offseason I considered, I believe. Because Theo doesn't need to play too much at this. Oh my god, he can't shoot either. He's playing 23 minutes a game, shooting 30%. Is he not? Oh my gosh. Well, Theo in a first, and the Jazz, I don't think we're very good, so that's a consideration. Bryant Reeves in a 2000 first. 2000 is a terrible draft class. Mashburn and Horace, I could try to ruin the defending champs, but actually I'm kind of making them better. Thorpe in a first. Thorpe's 33. Sean Bradley in a first. D. Brown in a first. Coleman in a first. Okay, well, the Jazz look the best there. The other person I was close to trading last year was Van Exel, or during the offseason, I mean. Damon Stoudemire in a first. He wouldn't really be able to play on my team, though, right now. Unless Peyton's just playing strictly shooting guard. Houston probably not coming back to the team. Danny Ferry in a first. Jim Jackson, who was like one of the top scorers in the league the last 2 years. He's only 80 overall. Anthony, there's Mashburn and Grant again. Nick Anderson, Gugliotta, Isaiah Thomas at 34. It'd be cool to have Isaiah, Stockton, and Peyton all on the same team. I don't know how all of them would play, but it'd be neat. BJ and first. Well, the Jazz, I want to go see how bad they are. Is that first round pick going to be like super, super good? No. Evidently they're good. 17. Who else is on their team? Oh, I forgot about Weber. But beyond Weber, there's not much to them. But if I give them Mourning, it's Mourning and Weber. That's a pretty dominant interior. Alright, maybe I just... You got the Supersonics to win the 84 title on... Oh, interesting. So is it the real Sonics or a rebuild that you did? I think I'm just going to wait till closer to the trade deadline and see about Mourning. And yeah, let's keep going. We got our first scouts to do here. Lots of good people. We also have a scout that gets a lot of prospects. There's so many good people in this draft. I guess I can just get these guys at the top. Oh, there's that trade I just saw. Reeves in a first. All right. We annihilated everybody except for the Sixers. So we did get our revenge, but only by 3 points. 35-point win over the Cavs. Sigma averaging 22 rebounds. Oh my gosh. Do they have anybody else that rebounds? I guess you probably have like fake people. Or did you fill in the roster, or did you have like 9 or 10 people that were real? I guess in the playoffs you're probably not only playing 8 or 9 people. Shaq only 17 points. Allen Houston. So he's averaging 20 points a game now. He's come a long way since his 5 minutes a game in 20 games a couple years ago. So that's pretty much exactly what Eddie Jones did last year. I'm just rotating through rookie shooting guards that barely play. Annihilated the Suns by 41. Stackhouse had 33, though. Tom Chambers, that's who I was forgetting. So Chambers got hurt. Did he miss the whole finals? If so, how the heck did you win without Tom Chambers? Shaq with 25 of 13. I like when he misses 2 shots. I like even more when he doesn't miss a free throw. I didn't shoot very many free throws, though. Let's see this barely win. We came back in the fourth quarter. It was Scottie Pippen's show. Not so much Shaq. Kellogg only 4 for 13. Kemp 1 for 9 and fouled out. He's only shooting 47% this year. I don't know what's happening. Ronnie Harper leading the team. His scoring has dropped a lot. Part of that is because Glenn Rice, Terrell Brandon, and Penny Hardaway showed up. Okay. Well, congratulations. Whooped on the Nets. The third quarter we won by 20. That's always helpful. Shaq, Peyton, Pippen, and Grant Hill with 20. Kemp was a point away from getting 5 people with 20-plus points. Let's see this new look Nets. Olajuwon is dipping under 20 points for the first time since his first 4 seasons. But that's because Mitch Richmond is averaging a career high. Well, no, he averaged actually more as a rookie. But 22 points per game. Dikembe as a, I assume, backup. Well, mostly. Is averaging not a career high. He played more as a rookie. He's still shooting terribly. Or rather, again, he actually shot well last year. Not sure what's up with that. Alright, can we beat the Sixers by more than 3 and at least not lose? Kukoc and Ellison, no thanks. Oh my god, I did lose, and I lost to the Magic. What is happening? Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to play Hakeem and Dikembe at the same time, but it looks like they're not starting together. I hope I don't play the Sixers in the playoffs, it looks like, because they have my number. I've lost twice, and I beat them by 3 once. Oh, Shaq was 5 for 15 from the line. That's never helpful. Kellogg, not so good. I think maybe it's time to switch something up. I think it's time for Sean Kemp to start instead of Kellogg. Why the Magic are so good, I do not understand. We were 1 for 9 from 3-point. We also lost by 21 in the fourth quarter. Nobody was fouled out, so I don't understand that one. Sometimes, if I blow it in the fourth, then sure. It's because people fouled out, but not in this one. We also shot 50%, so it was good. D. Brown leads the team. Nobody really did crazy things. Michael Finley is a rookie, 12th pick. This team should not be as good as they are. Barkley's back from his broken leg, it looks like. Getting 25 on me. Okay, I'm gonna go make that change. Kellogg, his percentage is just bad. Kemp's is up a little bit. We're just gonna simply, oh no. Oops. Oh, I didn't reload it after I made Rose come in. I have no idea if that has anything to do with my losing. Might, I guess. Oops. If it didn't know when to play my people, that's very possible. Let's go ahead and let Kemp play a couple more minutes. I kind of want to take one away from Morning somewhere and give it. I can also let Kellogg finish the game, I think. Let's do that. Maybe something like that. Oh boy, trying new things. Seeing how we've lost 2 games in a row twice already. So this is the first time ever. Clark Kellogg, after 1,027 straight starts, is moving to the bench at age 34. He is not happy. He's probably going to get worse. Oh boy. And I think sometimes that makes their stats worse. If they're unhappy, they shoot poorly. Morning's percentage has gone up a little bit, so that's helpful. I won't put Rose in yet then. If Garnett's also doing well, I will give Shaq another minute in the fourth since I just got annihilated in the fourth. Okie doke. Alright, we don't have a Christmas game or a Christmas Eve game. We lost again, this time to the Pistons. Oh boy. I don't know what is happening, but we are just losing. This one was a big loss. It's the biggest loss so far, right? 8, 14, 7, 8, and now 16. They are 19 and 8. These are the defending champs, more or less the same team that won the title, like roster-wise. Jason Kidd is doing amazing. Jamal Mashburn, same. Drazen, consistent. Horace can't shoot, but he's in there for defense. Forgot they have McKee as a defender as well. He's not shooting well. Rodman at age 34. Shooting pretty well for what he did for me all those years. Oh boy. Scottie Pippen shot terribly. 8 for 23. Shaq's down here with 10 points. That's not going to cut it, Shaq. You got to get the ball more. You only had one foul. I give you an extra minute and you score 10 points. Kemp didn't do so well in his first start. Kellogg sucked off the bench. Hopefully this one's better. The Nuggets are decent. Shaq did much better. Payton with 19 assists. Kemp much better as a starter. Kellogg shot well. Had 4 steals randomly. Zoe gets 3 blocks, but freaking awful. 1 for 7 from the field. Isaiah Ryder scores 32. His points have actually gone down every year because he's played less year after year. Alright, no games on New Year's or New Year's Eve. I'm just going to go through there so we can check out the December award winners. 21-point win over the Clippers. 4 guys in 20 again. One of them is Kemp. Kellogg, not great. Have to see how mad he's getting. Karl Malone with 29. He's got a career high points. Okay, this is not what I expected. Partly because he's still on the same team as Terry Cummings, but also this is the team that signed David Robinson, although I don't see David Robinson, so it looks like David Robinson's hurt. But Cummings' average has gone down a lot, I guess because he's 34. He's not shooting as much. Barely beat the Sucks. The Bucks. They don't suck. They're actually pretty good, it looks like. Kukoc, 21. He's got a career high scoring average as well. Pippen and Shaq. I feel like Shaq's scoring a lot less now that Kemp's starting, if that is connected at all. 32-point win over the Cavs. Now Houston gets 20 again on me. There we go. Well, maybe I was wrong. Shaq played a couple extra minutes to get his 38 points. Only 7 rebounds because Pippen was getting all of them. He only missed 2 shots. That's beautiful. Clark Kellogg only made 1 field goal, but 7 free throws. 7 for 13 is pretty awful. 2 for 6, 2 for 7, 3 for 10. Not a good shooting game other than Pippen. Alright, let's go see what's new. We did have some transactions. Dale Ellis gets traded for Sherman Douglas. The Hawks evidently are terrible. They've hired Sidney Moncrief, who I think retired as a Hawk, so that's actually kind of cool. Pretty sure he was on the Hawks a couple years ago when he retired. Marcus Liberty gets signed. Gary Grant gets signed. Matt Maloney and a fake guy for Keith Eskins and Robert Worden. Okay. Will Purdue still out for season. Michael Williams still out for season. Nobody's super good at the top of that list. Our first look at the award race, Shaq, almost 25 and 10.5 rebounds. His percentage has actually gone up to 68. He's very happy. That's good. We got Weber, Payton, Ewing, and Jay Kidd in his second year. Rookie of the Year is looking like Antonio McDyess, 19 and 11. That's crazy. Joe Smith was the third pick, 13 and 9 for him. Sixth man, I was hoping Grant Hill was going to be in this. I do not see him at all. But Clifford Robinson's going to be hard to beat, I think. Penny is not starting because they have Terrell Brandon. Wow, but he started before, didn't he? Yes. So they had him and Brandon starting, or maybe they had Brandon off the bench. I don't know. Okay, defensive player. What in the world is Vin Baker doing in there? I mean, Weber's kind of weird enough, but Vin Baker is a defensive player candidate? Oh, ready? Most improved, Adam Keefe. Grant Hill is in here. Freaking Jason Kidd is the Rookie of the Year, I think. No. Glenn Robinson got Rookie of the Year, I think. Pietkowski. That doesn't really look like most improved. He's up a couple points. Not sure what that's about. That doesn't look like most improved. Well, his percentage is up 10%. I don't know. Players of the Week. Shaq got another one. I got Jimmy Jackson and Kenny Anderson over there. Players of the Month, Kidd and the Admiral Robinson. Rookie, Stoudemire gets it again. Joe Smith gets his first. First look at the All-Star voting. Kenny Anderson leading the West Guards. He's averaging 21 points per game. And a career high in assists as well. So that looks like maybe that should be in most improved. Drexler, first year with the Mavericks. We got Reggie Miller, likely going to make it as an all-star, but he's also getting a career-high 23.3 points per game, shooting a crazy good three-point percentage. Way to go, Reggie. He's also upset. I don't really know why. He's playing like the most minutes he has in a long time. Oh, probably because they're losing. Although, is his play for winner not important? I don't know. Muggsy, Harper, and Skiles. Stackhouse as a rookie is in here. Front court, Ewing, Weber, and Robinson. So his first year as a Clipper, his scoring's down, but his rebounds are a career high. His percentage is also a career low. Well, other than when he was a rookie. Mullen, the Mailman, Worthy, Doherty, Terry Cummings. So the Clippers got all three of their big guys in here. In the East, GP leads the way. Going to start with either Magic or MJ, it looks like. Magic's up there, I guess, just for his fame. It's 12 points, 9 assists. Not really an all-star starter, I don't think. But he's Magic Johnson. Stockton so far looks like he's going to make it. BJ Armstrong's in here. And the front court, Shaq and Pippen right now. It looks like these three guys are going to start. Unless some injury happens. But nobody else. So Kellogg, who's usually been in the list, is nowhere to be found. It does look like we're going to have 4 All-Stars again, though. That's cool. Barring anything terrible. Standings. Oops. 3 games up on the Pistons. So the Pistons have now passed the Magic. Pistons are trying to get that repeat championship. I want to see, how many losses did I have last year? 6. I was 76-6 for the second time ever. Not only did I lose in the first round, but now the following year, when I thought actually my team looks better than last year, I have almost just as many losses in a third of the season. Oh boy. My 3-point percentage is horrendous. Like, probably the worst in the league. That's not good. I guess that's what happens when you lose Reggie Miller, huh? Shooting fewer free throws, terrible percentage, more rebounds, most assists ever, most steals ever, most blocks ever. Well, I say ever. I guess just assuming they're higher than what it was before 89. Points are up from last year. Fouls are down. Like, it seems like I should be good. I think it said my defensive, like, points allowed was even better than ever. Can I sort by that? Yes. It's best in the league. So going defensive is helpful. My difference is twice as much as the Pistons, but they're only 3 games back. Whatever. Take a look at the mock draft here. The Sonics evidently are terrible, so we've got them in second potentially. The Suns is top 3 protected, and the Cavs was top 3 protected. So right now I would get those. Looks like Allen Iverson is for sure going to be the number 1 pick. That's good to know. Probably don't need Allen Iverson on this team. Well, I don't probably need anybody on this team unless I get whooped on in the first round of the playoffs again. Hopefully I can beat the Grizzlies here. Please? Please let me beat the Grizzlies. I gotta get past the Magic first, too. Let's just scout all the real people, because I'm sure I'm gonna be able to scout them all. There are not that many small forwards, if I recall. We did beat the Magic. We got Nick Anderson straight up for Eddie Jones. I don't mind that at all. Eddie's more of a defender. Oh, I'd have to re-sign Nick, and Eddie has 2 more years on his rookie contract. And probably some potential, I would imagine. It says B+. What is Anderson's defense graded? It says A+. What? His threes are only a 78. I thought they'd be better. He's an 86 perimeter D. They must have him like training toward that or something. His consistency. I mean, he wasn't a bad defender, don't get me wrong. His stamina is only 87. I totally forgot he was on my team one year. Totally forgot about that. When did I trade him? So I had him for Shaq's rookie season. Did I? I traded for him, I think, and then his contract expired, maybe. I don't remember trading him to the Sonics. Maybe I did. I don't know. It's been a while. Well, it's good to know that that's on the table, but for now, I'm going to decline that, and please beat the Grizzlies. Only by 5, though. We did get our revenge on the Magic a few weeks later. Beat them by 25. We shot a really good percentage. Nobody really ran off with this game. Shaq had 4 blocks. Kellogg with his best game off the bench so far, 16 and 7. Kemp with a double-double. Beat the Spurs, who are now 15 and 20. So they're going to go from making the finals to possibly not making the playoffs. That's rough. Held Doherty to 2 for 12. Hey, his NASCAR driver, he owns a NASCAR team. His NASCAR driver just won the Daytona 500 this weekend. Congrats, Brad Doherty. Gary Payton, 4 for 14. Ouch. But Sean Kemp did not miss a shot. Actually, nobody else missed shots. I shot crazy good percentage again, almost 60%. And then barely beating the 21 and 11 expansion Grizzlies. Reggie gets 30 on me this time. 4 threes. Mookie Blaylock was throwing them up there too. He had 16 points in 19 minutes. Montross with 10 and 10. Please say Shaq had a better game against him this time. Thank you. 25 and 12. Pippen was the one who struggled this time. All right, we've got a week and a half till the deadline. Then it's time to make some moves. We got Reeves in a first for Morning. This is the second time that's popped up. That usually doesn't happen. Usually it's something different. 20-point win over the Bulls. That's our first time seeing them this year, I think. They're doing pretty well. They've got an interesting trio. Dennis Scott, who's been kind of stuck as their best scorer for a while. Ben Baker's going to start getting good now, it looks like. 17 and 10. They've had Tim Hardaway the last few years as well. This Bulls team's looking pretty good. Charles Oakley is a defender, shooting under 40% for his whole career. Shaq only 18 and 9. Struggled to shoot. Peyton was awful from the field. Second game of the back-to-back, we won by 21. Clippers are pretty good. Robinson did play in this one, 16 and 6. They also have Steve Smith. This is a cool team. So I wouldn't be surprised if they make it pretty deep in the playoffs. They don't have a point guard, it looks like. Ennis Watley, who was on my team a few years back. He was in that Ewing for Pippen trade. That's when I got him, I mean. He came over with Pippen. 24-7-7-7. Scottie Pippen has some cool stat lines sometimes. Oh, 14-point win over the Lakers. Shaq with 30-10, like it. Kemp with a big 20 and 11. Morning 0 for 4, of course. Joe Dumars leads the team. He's on the Lakers, I think. Nope, I thought maybe he'd been on them before. Other than his 1 year in Chicago, he's just been jumping around Western Conference teams. What's Ewing averaging now? Still 23.5 and 11. How good were they? Only 16 and 20. One thing I forgot to say about the Raptors when we played them earlier was that's where my coach for the last, 8 championships, Don Nelson, went. He is the coach of the Raptors now. I did offer him a contract, and he decided to go to Toronto to help them build their team. So let's see if we can beat him again. They're just under 500. Manning in a first for Kemp in a first. Probably not. We need to scout some more people. Oh, well, I'd say we beat them. That's a 61-point win after a 38-point win. So we're whooping on teams, I feel like, more so this season than we did last season. Yet, we've lost more games. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Here's Michael Jordan scoring 28. He is getting, now, I won't say a career high, but might as well be. It's the most points he's scored since leaving Chicago per game. He's playing a little more than last year, but still not enough, I don't think. They don't have much more from a scoring threat perspective. Willis, Strickland, looks like Peeler's scoring a lot against me, but not per game. Shaq took it to him. Gary Payton played 41 minutes, I guess because Pippen fouled out in 15. What's up with that? Let's see this slaughtering of the Raptors, 25 and 20. Only missed one shot. Grant Hill second on the team. Pippen, Payton. Kemp, 16, 9, 5, 3, and 4. Beautiful. Oops. And on the Raptors, BJ was the only guy in double digits. We held Rasheed to 5 and 3. He fouled out in 18 minutes. Johnson fouled out in 18 as well. All right. Let's see if any other trades have happened around the league. Bobby Phills got traded for a first-round pick. Looks like the Nets are trying to build up for a run. It's time for me to trade some people. At least one person. Gary Payton is not going to be it, but he is. His shot the last 2 years, for whatever reason, has been way down. Like, this year was just ridiculous. Shaq's amazing. Stockton's hopefully going to be a pacer his entire career. He was the first draft pick I did when we started this thing. Pippen's scoring is crazy this year. I'm not sure why it changed so much, but he's shooting a better percentage, and I like it. Grant Hill's amazing. Kellogg's percentage has actually gone up since he moved to the bench. Hopefully that means he's playing against worse players, so he'll do better. It says he spent enough time with the Pacers, time for him to move on, but we're going to hope that's not true. Like to keep him Pacer for life as well. Zoe is who we're thinking about trading because his contract will be up, and I don't think I want to pay him what he's going to want. Nor is he doing good enough to stay on the team. Kemp's percentage has gone up a whole lot since becoming a starter. Off the bench, it was 47%. As a starter, it's 61%. Okay, that's nice. Garnett shooting a nice percentage as a rookie, or he's not played any. I just realized we've not had any injuries yet. In the past, when I've said that, that makes an injury happen, so yay. Have that to look forward to. Dennis Scott and Mark Bryant, Allen Houston and Divock. Why is Manute Bol on there for everything? There's Theo in the first again. Is he still shooting 30%? It is up to 38, so it's showing that it is improving. But the Jazz will be pretty good. But 96 is a hugely deep draft. Get Dikembe back. That's kind of funny. I traded Dikembe to get Mourning. Or no, I got Mourning from the Sixers. I don't remember. How did that work? I traded Dikembe for maybe like some draft picks after getting Mourning. I think that's what happened. There's Reeves in a first again. Rodgers in a first. Bradley in a first. I mean, Bradley wouldn't be terrible, but he's also shooting poorly. And he's a blocking machine. He'd be the perfect guy for Manute Bol to mentor. 7'8" guy mentoring a 7'6" guy. That works. I didn't do this before, but since Eddie sucked so bad, let's see what he gets us. Stoudemire, Houston. Looks like Jones gets me about the same thing that Van Exel did. Gill and Dumars. Both pretty good defenders. Gill scores a lot. It looks like they both score a lot. We'd be making the Lakers... We'd be making Mourning Ewing's backup. The Georgetown guys together. Ryder and Reeves. These are not very good. Abdul Rauf. One of the leading scorers in the league. Not really what we need on this team, though, as a point guard. We got two awesome ones. Dominique. Oh, that would be cool. Don't need Dominique, though. How would he play? Kemp would be center. Garnett would be power forward. Hill would be small forward. No, Dominique would have to be small forward. So it'd pretty much be Dominique playing Alonzo's minutes. Finley comes in and replaces Jones. I had him the 4th pick in 94. He was the 12th pick in 95. Dominique. It'd be cool to get him a title. I'm guessing he doesn't have one. No. 11-time All-Star. 11-time All-NBA. It's all defense 10 years ago. Probably not what this team needs. What if I do Van Exel too? Nobody wants all three. What about Van Exel and Jones together? A couple young guys. Not looking... I don't really necessarily know what I'm looking for. Probably draft picks, even though I have a ridiculous amount of those. Larry Johnson, he's only 79, sadly. Mahmoud and a 96 first, which might be a 97. He would... Well, neither of these guys are playing, so it's not like he can sneak in and play. I don't want to take somebody from 35 minutes a game down to not playing. That's kind of sad. Oh, man. I don't know what I want to do. These look like the same offers, more or less. Mitch and Dikembe. I mean, getting Dikembe back, he fits the team a little bit better. I will admit that. He does have a contract. He fits the team better because he doesn't have to shoot. He's an amazing defender. Now that I'm a defensive team, he might actually play better. Mitch Richmond, I don't really need him on the team. Oh boy, they're trying to get rid of his contract, it looks like. There's the Raptors first and BJ. I'd really just rather get... Maybe I should just look for a center I'd be happy with. Or anybody else I'd like to test. The Rockets do not look like a good team. Dale Davis would be a pretty good backup center. Orion Bull. Van Exel Bull. Ooh. I was hoping to do morning and then I'd get something else. Can I get both of those for morning? Looks like maybe. Dale Davis would be a good backup center. Assuming he can rebound. His defense is 84. Rebounds both in the 80s. Consistency is only 66. But averaging a double-double per 36. Shooting a better percentage than Morning has. That might be an option. Dale Davis, maybe in 2 firsts it was looking like. He still has a year left. PJ Brown is a good defender as well. I mean, nobody's going to be, overall-wise, they're not going to be as good as Morning, but don't really need them to be. He's only playing 10 minutes. Morning is second for Bradley and a first. But I'd be trading with a team that beat me last year in the playoffs. That doesn't sound realistic. I don't want Sean Bradley that bad, if at all. Can I get Rick Smits? No. He'd be a cool backup for Shaq. Can I get Reggie Miller back yet? Wow, it's thinking hard about this. Scottie Pippen, Kemp, Rose and Ori, Garnett and Bull. Oh no. Well, Rose and Ori wasn't terrible looking, but we're going to let Reggie have his spotlight in Vancouver for at least a year. we might try to get him to finish his career in Indy, though. He's not going to spend the whole time there like he did in real life, but we'll see if he can at least finish it like he started it. I just kind of like seeing what's possible. Saving Barkley from the Bullets. So Dale Davis is looking like the best option so far. Theo Ratliff was the other option, but he's like not good enough to play, so it would be Kemp at center. It would be Kemp at center, and then either Eddie Jones or, well, Jalen Rose could probably fit into the rotation. That could work. Ratliff. Hey, that's already swapped with me. Ori and a swap. I'm picking up a first. No thanks. Van Exel. Kemp. Jones. They're swapping everything. Can you just put Alonzo Mourning up there? No? I'd have to try to force it probably. Do they have anybody else that I would want on my team? Wesley Person, maybe. This is tough. Can I get Mutombo back? Just Mutombo? Morning and Bull from Mutombo. They just got Bobby Fills. So I've been 2 years without Dikembe. Whoops. I think we'll see if we can get them back. I can't get any of their first because they're not able to trade them. That probably means I have them. Oh, they've got so many fake people. Well, Mario Ellie's real, but he has 2 injuries. He has a broken right hand and a bruised right shoulder. If those happen at the same time or what? Bobby Fills actually wouldn't be terrible. It's weird that they're trading him right after getting him. But without another first, can I swap first with what they have? No. Okay. Well, I didn't want this to take that long. Seems like the best things were Ratliff or Dale Davis. Ratliff I can probably get more with. 96 and 2000. Although they never put Morning up there. Ratliff and 2 firsts next year and then 2000. Unfortunately, that's a terrible, terrible draft class. And I'm actually making the Jazz better, so this 96 pick I'm getting is going to get worse. And Theo doesn't look like he has a whole lot of potential. It's B+. He can't shoot the ball at all. He's going to be an amazing defender. He's already pretty amazing. His block's 91. His rebounds in the high 70s, which will be in the low 80s, I imagine, once he gets some progression this offseason. So that's one. The other was Dale Davis was on the Blazers. I don't see anybody else I really want on this team. They are not very good. So again, I'd be making them better by giving them Morning. Garnett and Bull. Kemp. Let's try. That's closer. Oh. So what if I can get like 3 first-round picks, I'm doing this immediately. Let's try it. Dale Davis and 3 firsts. I don't think this is going to work, but let's find out. We like what we have. 2 firsts. Ooh, not even counter offers. Well, I've got some 96s I can get rid of there's probably some good teams here. The Hornets won the championship and I think are pretty high in the standings. It was the Pistons and Magic who were up there. I don't have either of those. The Supersonics were bad. I think the Nets were decent. Let's go see. The best ones I have, Clippers, Hornets, and Heat. Well, seeing how the Hornets beat me last year. Let's see. Hornets. That's one thing I forgot to try when I was doing the trade finder is throw in a pick. Mutombo and Richmond. There's the Blazers. They're trying to give me Larry Johnson, so you'd think they'd give me Dale Davis too. Instead, I mean. What if I add Eddie Jones? The pick is only a star and a half, so it's not helping too much. I assume this is going to be the same exact stuff, more or less. Alright, let's go to the Blazers. Get rid of Larry Johnson. Oops, well. Dale Davis. Boom. 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 We like what we have. We like what we have. Well, if I upgrade this, because I imagine the Blazers will be worse than the Hornets. Not sure of that after I give them Mourning. Downgrade to Dale Davis. And then gain a 97. I don't know. Do I just... Mourning's been getting better. I hate losing people for nothing. However, this team can kind of stand to lose people for nothing. He's shooting 62% this month, but it's in only... Well, it's in 8 games. Dang it. Am I really staying with him? The problem with Ratliff was, first of all, he won't play probably. And the first would be a probably pretty bad one this year, and then a terrible 2000 draft class. Oh, but is it better than trading or getting nothing in return for a guy that's going to walk away in the offseason? The other option is I could match him and trade him next year, but that locks up a lot of salary. Man. And he wants how much money? Hey, Don Stockton will resign now. Mourning says he's going to want $4 million. It's only like half of what Shaq's going to want. Wow. Three more years. John, you're 33. You're going to be 35 by the time your contract's up. No, I'm not giving you 3 more years. Not at that price. That's still 4 years. That's still 3 years. Well, am I keeping Mourning? We've been on a nice winning streak. That's 12 straight games. Mourning's been doing better so far in January, I guess. Now, of course, right afterwards I play 2 teams I've lost to. No, I didn't lose to the Hornets, did I? No. The Hornets just are my rivals now because they whooped on me in the playoffs last year. Oh my gosh, this is hard. I don't think I did any trades at the deadline last year. Let's just go with it, I guess. Hmm. Did I try Jones or Van Exel on their own? I don't remember. They'll get better anyway, and they're not playing, so whatever. Oh, no, I don't. Okay, at least I won. This one by 40. Beat the Hornets by 40. They had two guys with 11 points. Magic Johnson had one assist. That's probably a career low. I don't think I can see that anywhere, though. Oh, Shaq. 43 and 11. Gary Payton and Shaq both played 39 minutes. Not sure why. Oh, Stockton and Kemp both fouled out. That's why. That'll explain it. 18-point win over the Magic. Thank you. Dominique with 22. Shaq with back-to-back huge games. Pippen 8 for 20 and 0 for 5 from downtown. His three's terrible. 27. It's actually better than last year, but for some reason he can get nowhere near his 32% he had the first season with me. All right, can we finish off 2 more wins before the All-Star break, please? Barely over the Bucks. 3-point win. They are 27 and 15. Shaq's had 3 straight amazing games. Pippen now 0 for 10 from downtown in the last 2 games. Oh boy, he might need to settle down. Morning goes 1 for 5. Of course, let's keep him and then let's see him do that. Clifford gets 30 on me. And a 33-point win over the not-so-great Sonics. Shaq has gone strong here before the All-Star break, so I guess he likes that I stayed with the roster. Nick Anderson, who I did consider trading for, is averaging not a career high. He averaged 23 points a game for Detroit. That was the year I think they had like nobody at all on their team except for him. All right, let's go see who made it. Any last, no trades beyond that. Tony Smith got signed. Sean Elliott tore his ACL. Will be missing the rest of the year. So hopefully the Hornets won't beat me in the playoffs without him. Juwan's also going to make the Magic be a little bit worse. He was having a nice sophomore year. Shaq Payton, now Pippen, is in the MVP race. Same guys, I think, here in the rookie race. Sixth man, still no Grant Hill. Sad. Defensive player, thankfully Vin Baker's not here anymore. Got Robinson, Hakeem, Shaq, and Ewing. Most improved, for whatever reason, these guys are here. Vin Baker's in there, cool. David Wesley, getting twice as many points because he's playing 33 minutes now. Shaq got another player of the week. And those we already looked at. Alright, participants for the All-Star game. We do have 3 starters for the Pacers. That's beautiful. That is a heck of a starting lineup. Peyton, Jordan, Pippen, Olajuwon, and Shaq. Take that lineup any day. We got Magic and Kidd off the bench. Barkley, Arvidas, Dominique, Willis, and Hardaway. So we did not get our 4th All-Star. John Stockton did not make it. I'm going to have to look at the voting. Tim Hardaway must have been right in front of him. Wow, I thought for sure Stockton was going to be in it. In the West, 2 injuries might force some substitutions, not sure. Anderson, Drexler, Ewing, Weber, and Robinson. Nick Anderson makes the All-Star team. Has he done that before? Yes. No. This is his first year, 96. Okay then. Isaiah, Mullen, Malone, Worthy. Danny Manning broke his leg, so he won't be playing in it. And Jimmy Jackson. Shaq's in the dunk contest for like the 4th time, I think. At least 3rd. I think he's maybe been in it every year. I was hoping at some point he'd be too old for them to keep putting him in it, but I guess because he's 98 and 96 at dunking, And you can't substitute people out. I'm pretty sure he hasn't won it yet, so. Chris Webber's random too. McDyess, maybe. He's more of a power dunker. I guess I just hope that Isaiah wins. Reggie Miller, gonna root for him, I guess, to win the three-point contest. Dale Ellis, after being traded to the Knicks, he was a Pacer for a few years. Yeah, he did win. Is that my first title? Yep. My first championship, Dale Ellis was a part of. And then he got traded, became the best scorer for the Jazz, switched to the Warriors, Blazers, now Knicks, nearing the end of his career. In the Rising Stars, no Pacers there. Got Grant Hill, 13, 3, and 3. I guess not quite enough for a sixth man. He's got to be top 10, though, I would hope. We'll be rooting for that group. All right. Let's see. We got a 22-point win. The sophomores, I think that Seam Hill was on. Yep, he got 20 points. Nice. I wish they would update the game to where the rookie sophomores are actually the rookie sophomores. That'd be cool. I mean, I could substitute people in to make it, but I don't want to take the time. All right, let's see if Shaq and Reggie get it. Shaq did win. He won the dunk contest. Wow. Okay, well, hopefully that makes him happier. Gets his morale going. For the second half of the year, George McLeod wins the three-point contest. I want to see if it shows It shows this year's jerseys now. So before it showed last year's jerseys. Did it sub in the... Oh, I wanted to see the voting. So if Manning was in it somehow. I don't think Smith's was. And those entered signs went off of those guys. So Stockton was just out. About 50,000 votes. Because more or less it goes by the votes. I know in real life it's not voting that makes the reserves, but I think the game goes by it. Well, darn. Johnny's been an all-star crap for the last 9 years. So that streak comes to an end. Is he mad that he got snubbed? It does not say anything about that. He's not super happy, though. Don't really know why. All right, the West won, so the four Pacers lose to Kenny Anderson, who looks like he probably got MVP. Oh, that might have been a Weber, 8, 14, and 9. McDyess looks like was the sub-in for... Who was hurt? Manning. So as a rookie, Antonio McDyess is an all-star. In the East, Peyton and Pippen led the way. Shaq with 9 and 9 was only 4 for 13. This looks like a much more loaded team than the West, but okay. Okay, we looked at all that. We just looked at that. Take a look at the mock draft here. So potentially second and third, but the Suns is top 3 protected, so that would not be mine. So third, seventh are my top picks. It says Marbury Walker, Alan Nash, Marbury Camby. Well, I can tell you if Kobe Bryant's going to be on the board, he will be a Pacer. That is for sure. Okay, let's look. Playoff picture. We are only 4 games ahead of the Pistons. The Hawks are the worst team in the East. In the West, the freaking Grizzlies are the top team. The expansion Grizzlies, who took Reggie Miller from me, are the best team in the West. Wow. Okay then. Take a look at the league leaders, and then we'll be done for the night. Shaq is leading the league in scoring. That's cool. Abdul Rauf is second. Patrick Ewing. Jordan sixth. Reggie's top 10. Rebounds, Shaq's fifth. We got the Admiral leading the way. Carlos Rogers, 14 and 12. Oh boy. Assists, the Pacers at first and second. That's craziness. Jason Kidd's tied with him though. Pretty cool guys up here. Steals, GP, and Pippen are 1-2. Stockton's 10th. So I've got 3 guys in the top 10. Blocks, Shaq's tied with Mutombo and Robinson. Turnovers, Isaiah. Field goal percentage, Shaq is, oh boy, 10% above everyone. That's weird. Usually there are a couple people shooting 60%. Not sure what's going on this year. Mahmoud is shooting so much more than everybody else. Shaq's not up here, I guess because he's shooting a lot of free throws. 15 field goal attempts. 3-point percentage, there are a lot of guys shooting well. Hubert Davis at 53%. Nuggets have the top 2 guys, including the 3-point contest winner, George McLeod. Reggie's up here in 7th. The first Pacer is, I don't know who it's going to be. Maybe Stockton, if he's shot enough of them. There he is, Stockton, 39%. Shooting 2 per game. Gary Payton's shooting 3 per game, but only 30%. Pippen's probably shooting more than that, based on what I've noticed. Where's Pippen? Maybe he's not. No, he's not. Reggie Miller's second, though, shooting 5.6. Tracy Murray is going crazy. Hersey Hawkins. We got Shaq shooting 2 more free throws a game than anybody else. All right. Cool. Well, that's going to do it for part 1 of the 95-96 season. We'll pick it up next time to see if the Pacers can get back on track with another championship. Heck, at least get past the first round, unlike last year. And, yeah, we'll hope for the best. So thanks for tuning in. Till next time, Shoe Shack Redemption is out.